Tell us about your work, and I'm going to be really curious because, as you know, I work with a lot of lawyers, but also I have interviewed former slaves.
Well, we are lawyers and we do work with survivors of human trafficking. Justice Matters is a Christ-motivated legal services provider. We're based in Durham. A lot of our focus and my job responsibility is to work with survivors of human trafficking. And so what we do is we get calls from referrals from case managers, and we have survivors who have legal needs if they're foreign-born. We assist them to be able to stay here in the United States to get the services that they need here to protect them from going home to where their trafficker may also be, and also to ensure that they're able to help with the investigation and prosecution of their traffickers.
Well, as a matter of fact, that's one of the things they have to do. They have to cooperate with the investigation, and then there are like 3 things they have to do, and then they earn gain the permission to stay in the country. And of course, you know all about that. I'm just explaining here.
No, you're exactly right. Assisting with prosecution investigation is a requirement of getting the visa. That's right. In addition, our domestic survivors, we provide some family law services to them, and also some domestic violence services. Unfortunately, a lot of human trafficking happens in domestic relationships.
I don't know much about that.
Well, oftentimes a woman who might be involved in commercial sex is being trafficked by what she believes to be her boyfriend. So there are domestic violence aspects of that. Unfortunately, there's often a lot of brainwashing, a lot of grooming that happens in those relationships. So we help them to find security there, to sometimes get a domestic violence protective order, to work on the custody issues, because oftentimes there's children involved as well.
The theme that's running through these videos and the event tonight is transformation, going at the roots of problems. So you don't scratch the surface. That's not going to do anything. That's not going to do much for the concerns you've got.
Well, here's transformation for you. I can put Band-Aids on people who have been horribly traumatized, but I can tell them about true healing that comes from a relationship with Christ. If I took federal money, I couldn't do that, but I'm able to offer to pray with my clients. They often are willing to do that. They often ask me why I'm doing what I'm doing for no money. And I can tell them, because Christ loves you, I love you. Because Christ died for you, I'm willing to do this work. He died so you could be released. And so you've been a slave, and now you're free. But you can have true freedom. So that's the transformation that I can offer beyond my legal work.
But you're involved in a way that has to, I mean, I know this makes a tremendous change just from the people who were former slaves that I've interviewed. There's a tremendous change in life, but there's also a lot of effort involved. I mean, you do more than, I mean, what do you do? You're not just trying to get them to become a Christian, because we know plenty of Christians who are all messed up. They're just as messed up as anybody.
Well, these people aren't going to be any less messed up because they've been released from slavery. Unfortunately, these people are highly traumatized. They're going to have difficult lives, but we can help them to be productive. We can help them to go and get their education. We can help them to participate in the legal system so that these traffickers are taken off the street. We can help them get jobs that are productive and profitable and legal. These people, these survivors want to do better, to be an integral part of society, to love their families well, and we can help them and be part of that restoration. It's that restoration that we seek to do. That's right.
All right. Now, again, along this theme tonight, people networking, people combining forces. Have you done that with any of the groups that are here?
You know, we do work with some of the groups that are here. I haven't interacted with all of them, but most of our work comes from referrals, and none of our work can stand alone.
But excuse me, now don't lose your thought, but you're saying referrals. Now, you need to explain that to us.
That's right. So oftentimes what happens is that a survivor is referred to us by a case management agency. And so, for example, that might be a Salvation Army or a World Relief. It might be the Durham Public Schools. It might be a mental health professional, a counseling organization here in Raleigh. They identify a survivor of human trafficking that needs legal services, and so they might call us. Well, that same survivor also needs housing. They also need mental health services. They might need medical care.
Big needs.
That's exactly right. And so together we can work to help this person get on their feet, to be restored and healed physically, emotionally, spiritually, in our case, legally. So we're a piece of that, and we can't do it by ourselves. So it truly is a collaborative effort where the church, where individual believers are coming together to assist somebody who is in desperate need.
And finally, does it work?
I apologize. Some of our clients will never be made whole in this life. They are highly traumatized. They'll have a hard life. I have clients, though, who go on to work alongside of other people who have been harmed. They have productive jobs here in the United States. They're getting care, and so yes, it works with that. In the end, the only way it works is if God blesses the ministry, and so we've seen Him bless our ministry, and we've seen Him active in the lives of our clients. So yes, it works in that way. It's not all roses, but that's the world that we live in.